Hey guys, so I hope that you've been enjoying the videos I've been putting up so far. I've been talking a lot about emotions and about how we relate to them, and in this video I really want to talk about why it's so important and who we really are. Okay, if you've read any inspirational or self-help books by Tony Robbins, or perhaps you remember that really memorable quote by Marianne Williamson about how that, I actually have it on my Facebook page, my profile, I'll pull it up here. The quote was about that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I? To be brilliant, gorgeous, talent, fabulous. Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And so we let our own light shine. We unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Regardless of what your beliefs are, whether you believe God to be real or not, emotionally what she is speaking about is very true. And this is really the core of what I've been talking about on this channel. And if this is the first video that you've seen, I'll just introduce you to it right here. I'm talking about our emotional being. I'm talking about our feelings, and I'm talking about the way that we are. And there is a lie about humanity. The lie is that we are flawed, imperfect, that we are incapable, that we are somehow limited, hampered, that we have things that we can't do. That lie is based on emotional pain. This pain, through honesty or awareness, however you prefer to look at it, can be cleared away. And then as it is cleared away, what takes its place is this sort of natural purity and this feeling of peace and calm and joy and happiness and freedom and self-expression. And this is the reality of what Marianne Williamson and Tony Robbins and all these people are pointing to and talking about. Our infinite potential, it's not just some abstract idea, it's an emotional state. And it's one that within many of us, certainly within me for a long time, and I'm still working on it, has been buried beneath layers and layers of repression, sadness, anger, and frustration. And getting through those layers, it's hard, but it's not as hard as it's made out to be. And facing those emotions and being honest with them is a cathartic, pleasurable experience. And it's a healing experience. And it's something that is painful in a way, but is also quite liberating. So the process itself is not that bad, and the end result is appearing to become more and more worth it for me. Just to be honest with you, about where I am now. I think I am still on my own healing journey, going inward and finding out what it really means to be a human being, what it really means to feel, what sort of feelings I want to have, what sort of life I want to live. These are the sort of questions I'm asking, and I'm so glad that I'm able to communicate that here on this channel with you guys, and then we can have a dialogue about it, and think about these questions together. But what I want to talk about is how important this is, and how that this is not just a fairy tale, that we have this limitless capability for joy, to be confident and everywhere, to be secure and to feel good. This is the natural state. What happens is that we accumulate emotional pain, and it forms into a sort of foundation from which we begin to believe false things about ourselves. That we are limited, or that we make mistakes, or that we are bad in some way, or flawed, or mistaken, or that there's something wrong with us. When really the only thing that's wrong is that feeling, and that feeling can be transmuted through honesty and then the truth emerges. So that is a lie. It is an outright lie, and it is one that we should all stop believing, because it is simply a lie that is reinforced by emotional pain. And that's why on this channel I keep saying, like, oh, if you can't relax, it's a problem, because it is. But it's a problem that can be solved because it's within your sphere of control. Your feelings are your own feelings, and you have the ability to do with them as you please. Emotional mastery is self-mastery. Discovering how you feel is discovering how you are and who you are. This is the most important thing you can do to help other people around you. The better off you are emotionally, the better vibes you communicate to the people around you, the better you make them feel, the more hope and inspiration you give them. Like, working on yourself in this way is not a selfish thing at all, because releasing negativity and embracing the peacefulness within you, it makes you a happier person. Every day you live a more joyful life, and you give that to other people. Being giving does not mean coming from a place of down here and looking up there. It means coming from right here and looking at someone right there, and you being happy and you giving that happiness to them, because that's what naturally happens, because happiness is contagious, and thank God for that. Thank God for that, seriously. I mean, seriously. I don't know. You know, I still feel like in this journey of life, like every day I'm finding out more and more about just how much the people around me mean to me, and honesty has opened the door to compassion, because seeing things from the bigger picture, the more that I've been able to do that, like the more that it has opened up my feelings towards others, because I can see that what they're going through, not necessarily from their perspective, but at least removed from mine. And that alone is enough to see that, there's a reason why they're doing what they're doing, even if it seems to upset me. And the more that I find that I'm able to understand that, like, the better I feel, and the happier I am, and the happier I'm able to make that other person. Because I don't put my own happiness first, but I don't put it second either. It's the most important thing to me. Because being happy and taking responsibility for yourself is an act of giving. Because then you naturally give off that goodness. If you're in a bad mood, you give that off too. And that's why this is so important. Honesty leads to a more engaged relationship with life, where you're proactive with how you feel, and where every encounter you take responsibility for that, and your emotional strength lifts others up, and when they're in your presence gives them the power to do the same, and when they're not, gives them the inspiration to lift themselves up. Like I've said before, I don't know where this channel could go or what it could be about. I've been through a really rough 2 years, really rough, and I feel like I'm in a place right now where I'm kind of coming out of my shell a little bit. I'm kind of getting to grips with who I am. So this channel could change in so many ways, and I don't even know. But one thing is going to remain constant, is that in this long struggle I found myself in these last 2 years, this depression, all these things that I've endured. I've learned a lot about emotional responsibility and its benefits, the reasons why, and how to do it. So if there's one thing I know, it's that I can communicate to you how to make the bad good and how to feel better, because that's what to me matters most, is how I feel right now. Nothing is more important than that. Nothing is more important than that. How I feel right now. Nothing is more important than that to me. Because as I'm finding out, how I feel right now also includes how I feel about a hell of a lot of people. And like, to anybody, I don't know, I share this video on Facebook, to anybody who I've like lost touch with, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Because like every friendship I've had and every connection I made, like, that matters to me a lot. And if I've lost touch, it was only because I've been lost. Not that you didn't matter, because you do. Well, in this video, I guess, whoa, I thought it was going to be brief. It's turned out to be like 10 minutes. Oh my God. In closing, remember the Marianne Williamson quote, remember that inside you're freaking amazing, and that if you don't feel that way, just sit down and begin to just feel your way through your emotions and work through them, and be honest with yourself and get there. But it is you. That is a possibility for you, no matter who you are, no matter where you were born, no matter who people may have told you you are, what you could do, or what you can be. Your potential is your own, and it is unlimited, and it's based in emotions. That's the real shit. You could do something with it. All right, until next time. Peace and love.